Fiend, live from Houston. This was I thought a pretty interesting pay-per-view. You know, I said I did my reaction of NXT Takeover, and I said last night that they had some explaining to do, or some work to do to try to put on a pay-per-view as good as NXT did last night. And I would say, for the most part, they did. They did a hell of a job. I really think they did. So, let's go ahead and let's get started with the kickoff show matches. The kickoff show matches were they were interesting. The first one was Elias against Matt Hardy. Elias won. I had that at 2 3/4 stars. It's always interesting to me that they have a match and the arena isn't really full yet. I think what they might have to start doing is for these big pay-per-views. It's for these big pay-per-views is to just do 90 minutes. The 4-hour pay-per-view, I understand, but I think maybe what they need to do is they need to do like a 90-minute, a 90-minute. Maybe if you want to do 2 hours for WrestleMania, that's something different. But for a Rumble, Survivor Series, and SummerSlam, yeah, there's no need for 2 hours. You can do 90 minutes, and then the other pay-per-views you can do 30 minutes pre-shows. So I don't know if that's needed to be 90 minutes, but like I said, it's always interesting. And then the last one was SummerSlam, which it was The Miz, and he was Intercontinental Champion and everything like that. So that's what it was. So, but like I said, 2 3/4 stars is an average match, and that's what it was. I apologize for once again. I just when I do these live things, I get to yawning and just and I don't do a lot of sleep anymore with this effing school schedule that I have. So my yawning is just gonna be just whatever. So whatever. But let's continue on. I apologize. Then we get the Cruiserweight Championship match between Kalisto and Enzo Amore. I thought this was I had 3 stars. I thought this one was interesting. Stop fucking doing it. Maybe I need to get some water, because getting some water sometimes helps out with the yawning and everything. It helps stop it and curtail it. So I'll get some water and maybe drink a little bit of it, and maybe that'll help with damn yawning. Shit. Okay, so yeah, I thought that match was interesting. I thought that I was wondering why he was trying to go for the Credunzo on the apron. I thought that was kind of weird. I didn't know how that was necessarily going to help. How would that, how would that, have it feel better? And have me hurt more, I should say. But it didn't. It just it didn't happen. And he got in the ring. He did it. The Credunzo in the ring, so he keeps the Cruiserweight Championship. So that's that. The next match was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Breezango. And be honest with you, I didn't see much of that match. So I would just say that if that's a match that you want to see, you need to go and watch the replay of it and see for yourself how was it. I think it might even be on YouTube in the WWE stuff. So. So we'll have to see. I don't even know why they're continuing that. It's okay, whatever. I'm gonna have to rewind and look at that later. So that was that. Then the pay-per-view started, and it started off with the Shield versus the Shield versus the New Day, and this was one hell of a match. I must say, this was a great start off. It's almost like they say now that if we need to get the crowd hyped and get the crowd pumped, put the New Day on, and the New Day would do it. And tonight was no different. They just performed like crazy. Of course, the Shield can perform like no other, and they did their whole. Everybody did their one part of the match I liked was when the Shield did the Unicorn Stampede. Kind of. Roman didn't really do his part, but I thought that was interesting. The New Day comes up, okay, so you're gonna do our move. We're gonna do the Unicorn Stampede on Dean Ambrose twice. I thought that was interesting. I thought there were some great counters and some great other spots that just came up. I thought it was incredible. I like the fact that they were really down. It really almost seemed like that this was the proof to try to. It was proof to show that the Shield still had it, and the New Day was going to be that way. One thing that I thought was interesting was, and they said I didn't notice it when they said it last Tuesday, but I heard it in the replay package, and I had heard it when he said Big E said it again when he talked about them turning on each other, and some people may have missed it, or some people just look past it, but I didn't, because they never just throw out random stuff like that. Everything the WWE does is a slip note for something. It's to tease the fans, or it's to pop the smart crowd, or it's just for their own shits and giggles and laughs. So when Big E says that they never turned on each other, I think I didn't expect it tonight. Although I was thinking tonight would have been some kind of awesome if that did happen. But look for that down the line. He mentioned WrestleMania season. We're kind of in WrestleMania season as the clock turns to December. I apologize for me not talking straight. I really do apologize. But so as the clock turns to December and we get into WrestleMania season after the Clash of the Champions, we could maybe see the splitting of the New Day, and that might be interesting, because I do think that they could go their own way. Xavier Woods is a cruiserweight. In the next year Superstar Shakeup, bring him over to Raw and have him go to the cruiserweights. That could be interesting. I've always thought that Kofi Kingston was one of the most underappreciated wrestlers in the entire business, and this Big E's got the look. He's got everything. There's no doubt that Big E, Kofi can be World Championship material, can be Universal Championship material. So, if this happens, I'll be very intrigued to see At first, I was very intrigued to see who's the one that turns on the group, and who was one stays heel, and what happens, and if it's like a 2-on-1 situation where maybe two of them turn heel and turn on one guy, and then they keep the New Day and send the other one off. That one I'll be interested to see. But again, the Shield and New Day kicked off the Survivor Series pay-per-view. 4.5 stars in my opinion. That was an excellent contest. I thought it was awesome. Great job by all 6 men. Then we had the Survivor Series women's match, and last year's I thought was it was the first one that they have done. So last year I thought theirs was it was done good. I didn't necessarily get the winner part. It was the Sole Survivors with Bayley and Charlotte. I didn't necessarily understood that. And by guessing the recourse of all things, it kind of does make sense because they went and wrestled at WrestleMania. Bayley and Charlotte did, so maybe in the long term of things, it was the right pairing. But I was really willing to see where they were going to go. First off, once Charlotte won the title from Natalya, who were they going to replace? And they replaced her with Natalya. And I think it was the right thing to do because the internet was already talking about Paige, and there was some other rumors, maybe even about Shayna Baszler, maybe even Ember Moon if she hadn't won the NXT title, but she did. And there were a lot of other things that I saw on the internet, but they did the right thing. They put Natalya in her place. I don't know what they're gonna do with Paige, but I do think they're gonna do a women's Royal Rumble and just keep her there. The last women, I think that they probably they can't do 30. I think they can do 15 women from between Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. And have the 15th entrance be Paige. And I think that's just how you should do that for a women's Royal Rumble at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Now back to the Survivor Series. So yeah, I think that I was waiting to see who were they gonna book to lose first, and who were gonna be the sole survivor. And the one thing that was going on in this match was the Asuka effect. Asuka undefeated. Will she take a loss in this match? That's what I was truly wanting to see. So first off, Becky loses. She's the first one to go. She gets rolled up by Bayley. She goes first, and then we have series of events where Bayley goes. Bayley loses. Fox and Naomi, they kind of have this crazy thing. Actually, Nia Jax gets counted out. She gets counted out, and then Bayley and Naomi, not Bayley, Naomi and Alicia Fox have this, they kind of have this system where what looked like what it was supposed to happen was she was going, Naomi was going to hit the Feel the Glow. But what happened was, but the said Alicia Fox, obviously not having worked with her, probably in a long while, didn't know that, so she laid on her back and she took the 3 count, and by mistake, and then bam, there you go, she's got to go. And obviously, they just went right into the next one. Sasha Banks came in, locked on the bank statement. Naomi tapped. She's gone. So now it's Asuka and Sasha Banks on against Natalya, Carmella, and Tamina. And so then we get Asuka and Carmella, slaps Asuka, and that's not what you're supposed to do apparently, because it makes Asuka crazy. And Asuka went crazy, knocked out Carmella, hit her. Then Boss got in the ring, Sasha Banks, and she got beat by, well, I believe she tapped out to the sharpshooter, and so there was 2-on-1, and we're gonna see what happens. And Asuka beat what's her face? Tamina was a great jumping armbar, and then she locked in the Asuka lock into Natalya, and so she was the sole survivor for that one. So now Raw is up 2-0 in the whole match. So I thought that was very good. Whole match, I liked what it did. Other than that botch with Naomi and Alicia, I think it was some pretty good stuff by the ladies, and they stepped up. I like the fact that they did keep Asuka, as they didn't beat Asuka. They didn't do something fishy with Asuka where she would have got counted out, something like that. So and I think with Nia Jax, we just know it. That's how she's always going to get beat. Is that she's going to get triple and double teamed and get counted out. That's the way that she needs to be beaten. So we know that. But Asuka, sole survivor, match was 4 stars. Again, we're going to keep this roll going. I thought it was really good. So now we're going to go to, it was the Miz versus Baron Corbin match. And what we had here was, there was some pretty good backstory. I think it started, they had Baron Corbin after the Siege do his little video on Twitter, and he mentioned Miz's wife, and Miz, he like I say, he wasn't PG in replying to Baron Corbin, and said that he's gonna knock his teeth down his throat. So I like that. So there was definitely some positive on there. And what I liked about Miz is that at some point with these promos that are workish, shooters type stuff, you don't know if it is a worked shoot or if it is a shoot. And you just didn't know if that was actually a shoot. If he actually did get pissed at Baron Corbin, said something about his wife. So that said, I had this match at 3 stars. It was entertaining. And I mentioned yesterday in the NXT Rapid Reaction that it was probably it was probably more likely that Baron Corbin was going to win, because he needs to win. He needs to, because the Miz is right. He's not looked at as a credible champion, so he needs to get all the victories he can, and he got one tonight against Miz, a credible champion, and so maybe it looks more. So hopefully Baron Corbin has a long United States title reign, and hopefully he'll have some good matches along the way, and he'll get back to being someone who's got a lot of potential. He does a lot of potential. I think he's still youngish maybe. Wrestling wasn't his first thing. He was a football player and a Golden Gloves guy, but he can have all the potential in the world to be a champion. And so hopefully he just gets his stuff together and gets it done. So now we are 2-1 for Monday Night Raw. And now we're going into the tag team match between the Usos and Sheamus and Cesaro. I had this at 3 3/4 stars. I thought this was very good. These tag matches, there's some really good tag teams, and I think that's one of the things that, some people say that the tag team division isn't strong. No, the tag team division is strong. The problem is that there's this damn brand split. I mean, if you tell me that if you could have the New Day and the Usos and Gable and Benjamin, and Sheamus and Cesaro, and the Hardy Boys, and the Revival, and the Club, and the Shield. All of these teams that have that can go in the ring and have. This is a deep run, and something like that. But due to injuries and other and time constraints and other things like that, it's just not working. It seems to just be. It's the Usos and the New Day on SmackDown, and on Raw it's the Shield, Sheamus and Cesaro, and every now and then someone else, someone else will pop up. And so that's just what it is, and so it can only be what it is. I think it's a good division. So. I think this match proved it. Once again, they went out some great innovative action from both teams, and the Usos won. They beat Sheamus and Cesaro to tie it up at 2-2. It was a great match and a wonderful some great stuff by both teams. Then we had Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, the women's title champion. And Charlotte wins. She wins by the figure 8. I had this at 3.5 stars. I thought this was entertaining and something like that. I think this once again just proved like why I think Alexa Bliss needs to be a face. Because Charlotte stands. Just looks down upon her, and it's 5 Feet of Fury is good and all that, but she really just needs to be a face at this point, and or she doesn't need to be the champion. She really doesn't, and she does great work and everything like that, and they try to do everything that they could to make her, to make her credible, and she is credible to some extent, but. It's just I really don't believe it. I really just don't believe it's working out very well for her as a heel, at least as champion. So hopefully at some point she will face Asuka, and I'm sure they probably want to wait until WrestleMania and have Asuka win it there. So I don't see why. I don't see why she should be able to hold it until then, but it's I can deal with her. Again, she does great work in the ring, and she's got some fire to her on the mic, but definitely after WrestleMania she needs to turn face very quickly and be someone who's go ahead and do that feud between her and Nia Jax, her as the face. So excellent action from the ladies. So then by Charlotte winning, it is now 3-2. So Raw now needs to win 2 matches to actually win, and SmackDown only needs to win 1. So now we have the heavyweight title match between Brock Lesnar and AJ Styles. And I do not have a rating for this match because I was falling in and out of sleep. And it's like I told you at the beginning with me and I was yawning. A lot of things factor into it. I have this weird schedule where I go to sleep and I go to school on Mondays and Wednesdays, do night class, and I come home. So then I have to catch up on everything. Mondays I have to watch Raw and other things, and Supergirl, things like that. And Wednesday I have to watch other things and catch up. And I'm going to sleep like at 2, and I'm waking up at 8 or 1 or 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning on those nights. And I'm waking up at 3 o'clock, and then I woke up early Friday so that I could go out to see thing on Saturday. So it's a whole bunch of reasons why I'm just very sleepy and other things, and that's why I've been yawning, and that's why I kept falling in and out of sleep doing that show. I do know Brock Lesnar won, so once again, I can't give you a match rating. I apologize, but we pretty much thought we were gonna win. So they tied it up. It's now tied up going into the 5-on-5 men's match between Raw and SmackDown, and I added a 3.25 stars, and I think that's what it was. When you think about it, you might have said, it might have been, could have been just as good as last year's was. You remember last year's went, we went an hour and it was awesome. There was a lot of action. It almost was like the first pinfall didn't happen until like 35 minutes into the match. So that was amazing. But you look back on last year's, and there was a lot of, other than Shane McMahon, the guys in that match were, for the most part, young, on the younger side of the working type of thing. In this match we had Kurt Angle, who's 48, Triple H, who is probably around that same age, 46, 48, John Cena, Shane McMahon is probably maybe even older than Shane McMahon, about in his 50s. The John Cena, 40. Bobby Roode is 40. I think Finn Balor, I surprisingly found out Finn Balor's like in his mid-30s. So, Samoa Joe is in his mid-30s, if not 40 himself. So we're talking about, the youngest guy, I think, in this match is Braun Strowman. He's the youngest guy. He's like 25, 26. And then on the Raw side, we get, I don't even know how old Shinsuke Nakamura is, but Randy Orton's 40 probably, close to. So the youngest guy in the match is Braun Strowman. So, and really, it was just for star power. This really was just for what it was. This was a match for star power. And so this is meant for a star power. It wasn't looking to try to do what they did last year, put on a entertaining match as hell. They just want some star power, and that's what they got. And so it was what it was. The ending was all stupid. It ends up being 3-on-1. Shane versus Kurt Angle, Triple H, and Braun Strowman, and Kurt Angle's got Shane McMahon in the ankle lock, and Triple H comes in, pedigrees Angle, puts Shane over Angle, and then does the thing where he goes on the side, pretends to be, hooked up with Shane, and then pedigrees Shane, and so he basically just wanted to win for himself, and it was crazy. And then Braun Strowman got pissed off because he told him, "Don't you screw me anymore, or don't you even think about screwing me, pretending to screw me, or whatever." So he let it be known that he wasn't one to F with. When it came to that, and then Triple H tried to F with him, and he got 2 power slams for his doing. So Uh, that's going to be interesting. We know that we've got probably Triple H and Kurt Angle at WrestleMania, but I think what could be good is that maybe we might get a Braun Strowman Triple H match, in the near future. That might be interesting, and then even Jason Jordan and Triple H as well. And so listen, I think as long as Triple H goes over, if he does the job for to Braun Strowman and to Kurt Angle, I'd be okay. No, if he wants to beat Jason Jordan, fine, because that should be the final straw that makes the match for Kurt Angle and Triple H at WrestleMania. So that would be okay. But I don't think there's no reason for him to go over Strowman or Angle anymore. And I know let me know that there was no reason for him to go over Sting, right? No reason for him to go over Sting. He still went over Sting. So, but yeah, I mean that's it. That was Survivor Series. Again, I thought that they did a great job as well tonight, and it was definitely a great pay-per-view. The next one is Clash at the Champions, Sunday, December 17th. I will be in Charlotte, visiting my family for Christmas. I still think there is a possibility that I will be doing some type of rapid reaction review to that. It may not be directly after that because of some things. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. I need to see whether it's a Sunday night game or something like that, or anything like that. I may still be doing that, but we'll see. We'll see what goes down that night. Okay. Thank you very much for y'all. So much for watching. Thank you guys so much for everything. This is going to be truly, truly a fun time. The rest of the year, I think, in wrestling, because I think they can do some good stuff. It's all about them hopefully getting it done and starting off into the next year. Again, I'll say it again. I want to see a women's Royal Rumble. I want to see that. I think it needs to be done. We've had a women's Money in the Bank match. We've had the women's Hell in a Cell match. We've had the women's tables, ladders, and chairs match, or the women's tables match, or whatever. It's time to see, women are doing everything, so it's time to put them in the Royal Rumble. Right? I think it works. I think it does. Like I said, you can do 15 women from the women that are on Raw, the women who are on SmackDown, and the NXT women as well. So I think you can definitely do that. That's what I want to see next one from them in the new year, and then hopefully, I think we've got some. I think 4 matches that I would like to see. I'd like to see AJ Styles versus Nakamura for the WWE title. I'd like to see Roman Reigns, of course, versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. I think we're gonna. I think we're gonna see that. I think we're gonna see. What's his face? We're gonna see Triple H versus Kurt Angle, and I think we're gonna see some type of ladder match for some title. Maybe even gonna see a ladder match for the women's title. That would be interesting to see at WrestleMania. So yeah, so I do think we're coming upon WrestleMania season. So I think time to get ready. We have more to the next pay-per-view, Clash of the Champions. Kind of upset that the Starrcade stuff won't be on television, but that's okay. We'll be on the network at least. That's okay. Should be fun though. So let's go ahead And let's post any comments down below. Tell me what you guys thought about Survivor Series and what you think about what's coming up in the near future for WWE and everything like that. So, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you so much for watching. This is your boy AJ Tripp signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.